everybody, welcome to Uselessness Meets. Tell me if I'm saying this right. Guersan.
Yeah, that's about right.
Guersan. How is it? How is it?
It's Guersan.
Guersan. See, I'm glad I
Close
asked.
enough.
I'm glad. Everybody, the man, the myth, the legend, Guersan. And we have, go ahead and do it one time, Davey.
Oh, David boy!
Yeah, look, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. Hopefully, I can dive in, get a little more knowledge from the Tommy Dreamer and Mick Foley of YouTube, the
Wow.
HBK and Triple H of Champions. Wait a second, the Edge and Christian of Discord. And I'm trying to figure out who the heck I can compare you two guys with. Anything? Have I hit it? Have I hit most of them, you think?
Pretty much.
Maybe Vince and Shane.
Yeah, I'm at a
Vince and
loss.
Shane McMahon.
Well, probably overkill.
Well,
Yeah.
everybody, Guersan from Grim Creepers and Davey Boy. First
From
off,
parts unknown.
that's parts unknown. Middle East Coast. Wait, sorry, I didn't say that. Anyways, thank y'all so much for coming out. Super stoked. I want to go ahead and get it started. We're going to go into a little bit of game chat. And we kind of saw what happened. It was a heck of a night last night. News was burning around like wildfire. It almost makes me feel like old dude from the Hunger Games that dressed up extra crazy, interviewing everybody.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The girl on fire. Look, what in the world can y'all make of this whole EXE stuff? Like, we're just gonna get off the table right now because I know there's gonna be 100 people in there trying to troll something up.
I got about over 100 message about it just today.
Over 100.
Over 100.
Holy crap! Like, I mean, was it just people like asking you? Do
Yeah,
you
people
know
wanting
anything?
to know what happened.
I mean, in all honesty, I would go to Vince McMahon too. So I mean, that was smart. I mean, you clearly.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I don't know shit about what happened. That's pretty much what I told him. I heard. I mean, I heard from multiple servers what people said, but I mean, I don't have firsthand knowledge of what happened. I wasn't there, so I know what I was told.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I can't say that's what happened.
Yeah, and if you talk to 10 different people, more than likely you're gonna get 8 or 9 different sides.
Right.
I didn't go into details with anyone. I mean, I said that's what's being said, but I
in
don't have any
courtroom.
first-hand knowledge, so I'm not gonna say that's what happened. I don't know.
Gurst using that courtroom
I've been getting
swag.
pretty much the same story from all over the place, but I mean, again, it's what I was told.
Yeah.
I wasn't there to. I didn't live it. I didn't see any of it. So
Well, Davey, did anybody start? I know because today, you were up hitting your video games a little bit hard today. Did anybody bring anything like that up while you were playing Taz and a Velveteen Dream lookalike this afternoon?
Well, first we can't assume that everyone knows what we're talking about. So apparently, from what I heard, execution is no more or split up or something. I don't know. I guess I really don't know what's happened because I'm not in the game. So I was relying on you guys to tell me what's happened.
Well, I'm going to take a Gurst response, and I'm going courtroom swag. It's all speculation. That's all. That's all I'm going to say because G hit it right on the head. Yeah, you're hearing everything.
yeah, I got to be really careful when
Oh,
people
yeah.
ask me stuff
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
'Cause
No,
whatever
no, I
I
know.
say, they're gonna take for money.
Oh yeah, no, I
Ah,
understand.
yeah. Okay.
This just in. Guersan said the sky is pink. Everybody, just breaking news right now. So, if all hearsay clearly, if something is going on, I know you, G, has you've had your own little history with kind of stepping out a little bit, correct?
Well, I didn't leave EXC because I had any issue with EXC.
Oh, no.
I
Yeah,
was
no,
on
no,
good
no.
term when I left.
But you kind of had you wanted maybe something else, maybe a little different, cause y'all you stepped out and you were like, hey guys,
Yeah, well, I followed my friends. Like 90% of my friends left when I did. So
well,
that's pretty much what I did every time I left a faction. I followed my friends.
and that was A&H,
I never
right?
really had any issue. I mean, I couldn't even name a person right now that I have an issue with the game. I'm usually stay out of shit and
Oh
end
yeah,
up not getting part of any drama.
and the worst part is when you get one toe in it, you're neck deep in it in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, I kind of want to ask you, what was the biggest challenge that you had, breaking away from another faction, starting another faction with your friends? I know when we started Uselessness, I felt like the hardest part was, yeah, they know where you came from, but it's almost like everybody says, you know, what what have you done? Not
My
not what you did, but what are you doing now?
my main issue when I leave factions and like I left AXC for New Hope, and then I left a New Hope for Green Creepers, and then I left Green Creepers for a New Hope, and then I went back from a New Hope to Creepers. And my main issue when I leave is actually the leaving part,
Yeah,
because it's not gonna go unnoticed when I leave somewhere.
yeah.
Right.
I mean,
It's
I can't just say, "Oh, fine, I'll go." I'm gonna spend a month explaining why I left,
I,
That
because
sucks.
everyone's gonna ask me why I left. And again, I never left any of the factions due to drama or because I had issue with someone. I mean, everywhere I went, I was always treated perfectly, and I never had any issues. So, I mean, when I leave, I don't want people to think that I left like because the faction that I left was shit or something like that, or there
yeah.
was drama. Or so again, that's another thing that I got to tread carefully when I answer. But well, like pretty much any answer I give anyway.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's the leaving part that's really hard for me. I mean, I don't like, I don't want to feel like those, like for instance when I joined Grim and like a month later left to go back to ANH, like I really felt like shit.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
and
obviously, like I went back with Punisher, Mark, and everyone. Like basically, like Brian was the only one left that didn't follow us from our core group. Obviously, I got more friends than that remained there, but
yeah.
like our core group, pretty much Brian is the only one that stayed. So I mean, I really felt like shit. I felt like shit for leaving Brian. Felt like shit from leaving Grim that I had joined like a month before.
Hmm.
So I left pretty early. So I mean, it's really that I hate switching factions.
Well, I mean, kind of
It'd
like,
be much easier if I left for shit or drama or something wrong.
yeah. Well, and I feel like a lot of times when you do leave, it's just like you said, you don't have to leave because of some kind of drama or whatever. Some people just want to leave, and just like in your case, you wanted to follow your friends.
Yeah, I
And
don't take part in any leadership. I was
That's
like,
smart.
well, I kind of was an officer in AXC, but I kind of like to think that I was pretty much like a glorified officer because I really didn't do shit. The other officers were doing everything.
well,
I I wasn't really part of decision making or anything like. I wasn't really like a real officer, I think. But I try to stay away from officer business. I mean,
yeah.
it's not like I got free time for it anyway.
Well,
Right.
but I mean,
Yeah.
I
it's
already don't have time for sleep, so let alone that.
well, and it's kind of like
So
you and names like Davey D. I mean, I'm sure they know what your in-game name is, and if somebody's just scrolling around, they're like, "Oh, junk, look at that! Yeah, I want to be there." You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
even though you're not necessarily doing much as an officer, it's just kind of like when an indie group, and I'm not comparing you at all to Ryback, but I'm just saying people know the name. Ryback's getting $5,000 per visit. on an indie show, okay, which I find ridiculous, but apparently, he's the big guy. So, anyways, completely off topic. I'm sorry, but Davey,
Yo,
did you kind of have a similar path as
um,
Guersan, or
leaving factions.
yeah, that, or like just what was your journey when you got to Champions up to what is the hardest part as of right now being retired? Because I mean, G-Man is hot and heavy in this thing, and I'm still climbing up his big toe trying to get up there. You know what I mean? But you just you're done. You're done with it, right?
Yeah, yeah. The hardest part for me, I would have to say, is trying to grow my channel. I mean, like, in my opinion, Gerson is the GOAT when it comes to this thing because he churns out content consistently. Rainfall, sunshine, hell freeze over. He's going to put out that content. And I'm realizing like consistency is key. And not only that, when you're in a niche market, like a niche fan base, trying to make that grow. So, I mean, that's the hardest part for me, trying to make my channel grow outside of champions. It's like a different learning curve.
Mm-hmm.
But I hit up G for some, advice, like what does he do? And it's just a matter of like they say in advertising, marketing is like
It's
location,
really
location,
hard.
location.
Yeah.
So I gotta find the right location because right now, I mean, it's easy to put out champions content. I'll get the views, the likes, the whatever. But trying to find a retro community that is actually active enough where my No Mercy videos could, you know, be more productive per se.
Well, look, I'll go ahead and tell you, G man, I don't know if you saw it this afternoon, but your boy Davey came out playing. What was it? It was No Mercy.
Yeah, for the
It,
N64.
the N64 No Mercy. I didn't realize Velveteen Dream had already made an appearance. There's a dude. Who was that? What?
That was Davy Boy. That was my character. I
That
made.
your character looked just like Velveteen Dream, dude. Legit.
That's
And,
crazy.
well, I'm glad you were talking about how G kind of helped you out when you were asking him stuff. So my next question was, and I think you've already answered it. Do y'all two support each other's YouTube habits?
You would be amazed how many of the current streamers, or not streamers, but YouTubers that I helped get started. I would say at least half of those that are there contacted me before they started.
I would agree. Yeah.
Well,
to I didn't help them like build their channel and everything, but like to like get the setup, like how do you use OBS, what software you use to record,
yeah.
who did your graphics, who did your card. Like I sent people to Pado, that machine that did my graphic, I sent them a couple people too. That's why you see some people that have similar graphic than I do, because they use the same people that I did.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
and it's good that guys like you and Davey aren't d-bags about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like y'all both are real genuine about it. Cause I've seen some people where they're like, oh well, piss off, dude. Do what you want to do, cause they're so scared that, oh well, they might get my spotlight. And I mean, I guess it's different. I mean, y'all are pretty thick and heavy in the champions community. And
I mean, the way I see it, I really have there's really no point helping anyone who wants to get started, because I mean, first off, I definitely don't do this for a living.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not gonna be, if I help someone get started, it's not gonna prevent me from feeding my family.
Right.
Obviously, like I don't. I think it's a pretty misconception that you can actually make money from YouTube.
oh,
You can if you have
hard.
millions of viewers
Super
and everything.
hard. Yeah.
But at our size, you're getting like, I could literally do 3 hours of overtime per month at my job and make twice what I do with my YouTube channel, working it 6 hours a day.
So I mean, really, and really, YouTube is set up for the big names like
Yeah.
Xavier Woods.
PewDiePie, yeah.
You know, Xavier Woods is a perfect example. His name is known worldwide, and he's just like, hey, I like to play video games. Okay, well, I mean, I would think 95% of the people in here have at least once or twice clicked on his YouTube channel to see what's going on.
Oh yeah.
I checked a couple times.
Yeah, and now if y'all could be each other just for a week, what would you change about each other's videos? If is there anything like what do y'all think y'all would add to each other's videos if y'all could switch?
Well, we actually do pretty different content, so that's pretty hard to answer.
I mean,
I honestly don't know what I would change. I mean, he has a good setup. He has the green screen now, which I don't have, which is not a necessity for me.
20
He has
bucks.
You said 20
20
bucks?
bucks.
Actually, $14 I paid for that.
What'd you do? Get it
And
on
actually, I
top
didn't
pattern?
pay it. My mother gave it to me for Christmas.
There you go.
Man,
But I gave her the link for it.
holy crap. Well,
I mean, it's pretty hard. He has a dope introduction, Bret Hart. I mean, there's no topping that.
man, dude, look, how, G,
The
how?
the next one's gonna be Mark Henry.
Come on,
No way.
no,
I haven't
no.
done it yet.
Sexual chocolate or Mark Henry?
Yeah. Well, I can have it do it either way.
Dang, G, what the dump? He just calling up Mark. He'd be like, "Hey, Mark, I need a sexual chocolate intro, and then I need a world's strongest man intro. You got me?"
Well, they don't
Appreciate
do
it.
it out of the goodness of their art either. They're getting paid for it.
Well, okay. Still legit though. Ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
bro. Legit as all get out.
It's pretty cool though.
I mean, is worth it? Don't you think it's worth it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't even pay it, and I think it's
It's
worth
a
it.
lot of
You know
cash,
what I
though,
mean?
It's pretty worth it.
Oh yeah, especially when you can just walk around and be like, "Oh, who are you? Let me tell you who I am. Check this man out." You know what I'm saying? Look, is there anybody that y'all, I'd say, look up to as far as the whole YouTubing community and all that? I mean, we mentioned Xavier Woods, and we watch them, but I don't know if that's somebody y'all look up to. Is there another person on here that y'all find interesting, or like, oh, I kind of like what he does. Let me try and see if I can do that.
I really like Naomi Kyle. I don't know if you know who she is.
Mm-mm.
She's actually from Quebec, right here. She was the main girl that was doing the IGN videos. She left IGN about a year ago to do her own thing.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, yeah.
I really like the way she does her videos. And I mean, obviously she's gorgeous, but she doesn't use it to do her videos.
Yeah.
Like you'll never like see her put on a big V-neck and everything.
Yeah.
But she
Oh, I get what you're
doesn't
saying.
use the fact that she looks good for her video. She uses her skills.
Her content,
And
yeah.
and I've
That's
I've
dope.
really been trying to use the V-necks, but it's like my beard gets in the way. So like it kind of like messes
People
it up.
are making fun of that because I used if you've been watching my video for a long time, I used to wear my tank tops instead because when I'm in the house, I always wear tank tops. I put on my Guersan gaming shirts especially just for my videos,
Yeah.
and people always make fun of me with that because they say, the last time you got a donation was when you were wearing those tank tops. People want to see your skin.
I mean, not trying to get too personal, but I mean, like, would you consider yourself, as far as the hairy side, normal, above normal, extreme, Sasquatch?
Oh no, I'm probably just like above average.
That's what they like to see. They like to see the hair. Then that's all that is, man. You need to pull that thing back out. Get some. Get some.
Fun fact: the last person to donate to Gerson was actually Vengeful One.
Yeah.
Come on, how long?
Well, like I believe I got 5 donations total in the almost like must be close to 2 years by now, and 4 of those were from YouTubers
Wow.
What?
that I helped with something.
Now,
So it was like a tip, a thank you.
Well, people think I'm rich, so they're not donating me any money. I mean, it's pretty understandable. I'm not doing it for tips anyway.
well, I called Davey the Iron Man of this YouTube and stuff because I was just like watching some of his stuff, and it's like he was going on for 45 minutes, an hour, all like that. And the closest I could come to you, Big G, I'm assuming, I would say as of right now, I would kind of compare you to AJ Styles because, you're on, just like Davey said, man, rain, shine, sleet, or snow. Dude,
Yep.
tank top, hoodie, half naked, whatever. You're on, dude. You know what I mean? How in the world are you able to keep that level of content creation up? I mean, it can't be every day you wake up and be like, whew, man, can't wait for this content.
I just forego sleep.
Dude.
How?
Yeah, like if I give you like a small version of what my day was today, like last night I finished recording content. It was like about midnight 45.
Mm-hmm.
I went to bed 4:15 this morning. I got up, starting editing videos for the day because I have a day job, got to pay for that shit.
Yeah.
So
Right.
so I woke up at 4:15 to do that, starting editing videos, uploading them to YouTube, setting up when they were gonna be displayed because they're obviously all on a timer.
Mm-hmm.
So I have them usually at 8 a.m., 12, 4, and 8 again, 4 per days. And so I did that until I started working. Well, until my kid got up, got her ready for school, get her to school. Then it's time for me to start working. Every break and my dinner break, I was answering messages because I get like anywhere between 200, 300 message a day.
Holy
It was
crap.
a little more than that today because of the EXC shit that went last night, but those were actually pretty fast answers since I wasn't answering much.
Copy and
And
paste.
I finished working at 5, went to go get my daughter to school, then we did her homework, then it was time for karate class. Came back, took a drink, started this. Once we're done with this, I got my interview with Brian and Eric Kong from Avon that we're gonna do. After I'm done with that, I'm gonna record my content to be shown tomorrow. Probably gonna go to sleep around 2 a.m. and I'm probably gonna
God.
go back. I'm probably gonna wake up around 5:30 or 6 to start my next day.
So everything you're doing, you're theoretically, I guess you'd say, a day ahead, but you're really a day behind as far as sleep goes every day.
I never sleep more than 4. Like a big night is 5 hours.
Wow.
Do you feel like
That's
you've
a big
missed
night.
something if you accidentally? Because I mean, has there ever been a time? I guess your body's probably trained now to where if it's like 4.5 hours, you're waking up thinking something's
I've
wrong.
been doing it for a long time, way before that. Like I ran like I've been at my job for the last 21 years, from 2000 from 1999 to 2009. I also ran my business. I had a business for I was wholesaling and selling medieval stuff like full armor because I personally did medieval combats uh,
What?
with full armor and sword and everything.
Come on,
Wait,
G.
you
My armor was wearing over 100. I got plenty of pictures of that. My armor was weighing over 100 pounds. So I was selling
Goodness.
that for people that do live combat and everything. So I ran that business for 10 years while having a day job, which I was actually working night back then. So I was sleeping 2 to 4 hours because I was dealing with providers and everything. And I sold it in 2008, December 2008. I sold it.
Wow,
So I've been training for no sleep for a long time.
dude.
If I go to sleep and I wake up and I've slept more than 2 hours, I can go back. I can go back to sleep. I'm not gonna be tired enough. I'll
Holy
be tired a
crap.
couple hours later, but by then my day is started and I can't go back.
What
when
about
was the last time you had a full 8 hours?
When I was on pain meds after my
Oh,
surgery.
got it.
Davey? That sounds about like you. You get about 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night, right?
Heck no, I make sure I get my full 8 hours. What you talking about?
But
Davey,
you know, when I got my surgery, that was like a month ago. Yeah, early October. I actually had everything set up so that I wouldn't get screwed when I had my surgery in January. Because in January I had my surgery and I wasn't ready for my channel with that. I didn't expect the downtime from it, so I didn't post anything for 2 days, and that totally fucked me up. Like you could see the stats from my channel went way
Oh
down
yeah.
because of those 2 days, and it took me about a month to get back the traction that I lost from
Holy,
those two
in
days.
2 days, it took a
Yeah,
month.
yeah. So when I had my other surgery in October, I had it planned up, and I had videos lined up to be I prepared everything like 2 days in advance, and everything was being released on a timer, knowingly that I couldn't do it,
Wow.
and I didn't
Discipline.
take a hit.
Gee, that's freaking insane, man.
Yeah.
You've been grinding for the last 20 years. I mean, grinding, dog. That well, since you're not sleeping a whole lot, you've obviously and Davey, before you got out of it, y'all could tell the whole landscape of WWE champions has just changed, especially in like the last 6-7 months. You know, with I know G's favorite, Tech Seth, Zombie Naka, Matt Hardy, all them dudes. What y'all know now, meaning both you, G-Man, and Davey, what would you do different with your roster at the beginning? Because I'll go ahead and say I've seen a couple people on Versus who have 4-star John Cena's. And I'm just like, well, maybe they're his favorite. Maybe he's their favorite. I don't know. But, you know,
I wouldn't level my powerhouse Brock Lesnar. I haven't
think-
used him for forever.
well, I mean, but so if what you're saying is when you got Brock, was he technically your best guy then, or
It was my best powerhouse then.
and it's just
So, I mean, at the time, it was the best powerhouse in the game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't a bad move back then. It's just that, like, a couple months later, there was no use for him.
yeah. Well,
But that's true for, like, most of what we did the first year.
Yeah.
I
I
think.
think
Oh, go ahead,
Go
Davey.
ahead.
No, go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
with me, I would say it would definitely be Paul Orndorff, but still not really because I needed a 3-star to help me advance in Versus, and that was the best I had at the time. But even now, there's still really no good immobile gem people that he would benefit them as a trainer. So he's like still pretty much useless.
Yeah.
So that's about it. I guess it would have to be Paul, but he was a necessity back then for me when tokens were so hard to come by.
I
just
think
saw
I
what
was.
they released in game today.
What got released
That's
today?
the first time I booted the game today. I haven't had time to play.
See, I think I was kind of lucky because I had Paul, but I just kept him at 2-star gold. I wanted to, and I was like, man, I don't know, because this is the thing. I'll go ahead and tell y'all, when it comes to this, and you can ask Big Reds too, I'm all the time flip-flopping like, oh, I'm going to do this. It's like I don't want to get rid of the tokens and stuff, and that's kind of how I was then too. So it's kind of like Paul just stayed at 2-star gold, and I struggled. And I was like, I can't do it. So, and this new prop, I don't know if you're seeing this, G. It looks pretty ridiculous. Like I think what it does is it clears the whole board. Do you see that in the podcast?
What?
I mean that's legit right there. That looks like it probably cost 600 IGC right there.
You should probably explain to the listeners what we're looking at.
So
Got the Bobby Roode.
this thing right here is G-Man propped up in a daggum chair. Looks like he's about to fall out. Got his feet up, his headphones on, got lightning going through the background, got a skull on the bottom. So all that means is, guess what? That's my trump card. I lay it down, it's an automatic win. That's what I'm seeing. Do you think we might be able to get something like this in the game?
You know, there's actually quite a few people that wanted to have a card of me in the game. I don't know. That's
Really?
never going to happen. At first, I'm not a wrestler.
Well, I mean,
Just that is enough.
I mean, between you and Davey's got the lucha mask. Y'all can be like a tag team.
Yo, what would our tag link be?
Oh, okay. So your tag link, the tag links would be every move that drops an immobile gem adds 6 more immobile gems.
Okay, I can dig it.
So I mean, I guess the Undertaker or NXT Dean would actually be decent.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but see, Davey, you would have to be the acro since you got the lucha mask, and I feel like G would either be a trickster or a striker. You got to be the striker because you got the anvil beard going, dog. You got the anvil beard. You're a striker. Your move, the daggum clothesline from hell, drops 12 immobile gems, and then your finisher is going to be the sharpshooter, and it's gonna last 9 turns at level 2.
People
my
keep
God.
telling me I look like Bray Wyatt.
I can see that.
I could see
I
that.
get it a lot.
Lady Ag says you would be Volkov with a beard. Now, Il just said that maybe what could happen is when Davey comes in, he turns immobile gems into power gems. Now that would be sick. That y'all would be a pretty dirty tag team. I sure as heck want to mess with y'all. Now, is there a training ability that either of y'all think needs to be added or is underutilized?
Well, I think the first thing would need to be these guys,
Yeah.
the guys that they're not allowed to put back.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Davey?
I think immobile gems need to be reworked entirely. If because I believe Paul Orndorff was pre-Jeff and Chappie, and they've been doing a pretty good job as far as I've seen up to when it left, making really good character designs and flows.
Yeah.
Jeff started. His first character was Zombie KO.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Those were his first. The first character he did was Zombie KO. Then it was Zombie AJ. Then Zombie Brock. Then Zombie Stone Cold. So we keep messing with him. That you learned from Zombie KO, and then you went better every time.
am I the only one that
It's
has?
truly the order at which they're good.
Am I the only ones that has about 2,000? What do you call them? KO shards, zombie KO shards.
You might be.
Load myself.
Gert, you ain't got what's your zombie KO
I
up to?
got 3,321.
Holy crap! And all those were from key pools, wasn't it?
I still had quite a few from last year.
Holy, well,
Wow.
in honor of getting rid of that foul taste from all of them KO shards, which is more than what I have for my 3-star gold King of Kings, I'm going to go ahead and go into these shotgun questions. Davey's done this before. I don't know if you have yet, G, but this is all I'm going to try and do. It's going to be you two answering for each other.
What?
I'm going to give two questions. I'm going to give two options. I'll just say it like this: red or green. Davey, you have to respond with what you think G would say. G would have to respond with what he thinks Davey would say. We're going to see y'all have known each other for a while. Y'all might not know each other personally, but I think you might actually know a little more than each other than what y'all think.
I'm gonna do terrible on this.
I'm probably gonna suck too.
No, you're not. Both of y'all piss greatness. Don't even try that. Y'all got 5 seconds when I ask, and then y'all get to pick. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, L.A. Dodgers or the Red Sox baseball.
Let's say Red Sox.
Dodgers.
Are we close?
I don't watch sports besides wrestling, so anything he chose would have been fine.
I can't stand baseball, so.
That's a draw. See, look, y'all both knew it. Y'all knew
Which
it.
is kind of funny because I got a gold medal from the provincial games when I was a kid. They didn't get it thanks to me.
What? How did you get? Were you on the team?
Yeah, that's about the extent of it.
Hey, it don't matter. Even the managers get trophies. You're part of the team. There's no I in team. Remember that.
I was like a left field, and I was basically watching the dogs.
What that showed
got me a medal. I did hit the ball once at the bat, but it actually hit the pitcher, so I got.
Well, no wonder you
I
didn't get no
too
balls
far.
hit to you. Everybody was too scared to hit your way because they knew you'd hit them. That was worth it right there. All right, what about this? Sega Genesis or Dreamcast?
I said Dreamcast for G.
Dreamcast.
I never got to play a Dreamcast. I was a Sega guy.
Oh man, really?
I had them all.
Yeah, I was lucky enough. The ones I didn't have, like my buddies would, and that Dreamcast, I loved that Dreamcast. I don't know why, but I absolutely loved playing. Hold on, wait a
That's the
second.
first one that had a CD, I believe.
Oh wow.
Crazy Taxi? Y'all remember Crazy Taxi?
That was the game, bro. What you know about Crazy Taxi?
Man, look, I turn that thing on, I put it on, next thing you know, you hear, hey, come on and get a bit of Crazy Taxi now. And I'll be like, oh,
That's the
yes,
game right
yes. Look, what about, this is real life, not Champions, Sin Cara or Kalisto?
Callisto.
Is that,
He's phenomenal. Wait. Which Sin Cara? The current one or the one from Mexico? First bro.
ooh, yeah, that is a good question. I was basing it off of the one from WWE.
Yeah, Callisto. No question.
Yeah.
Well, Xbox or PS4?
PS.
Xbox.
So-
Am I right?
No, I don't even have an Xbox. I have a PlayStation 4 though.
Oh.
Not that I touch it, but I do have one.
Still there.
When was the last time you touched your console?
I did play a couple hours of Spider-Man.
Oh, it is so good.
The new
Yeah,
one?
it is really good. I just don't have the time for it. That's my main issue.
Yeah, with the content creation and whatnot. Yeah.
That's why I didn't buy a 2K19 this year because I bought 2K18 last year and I played 3 hours.
Did you ever
Ooh.
make it Did you ever make it to the Royal Rumble?
Nope, I didn't make it out of NXT.
I made it to the Royal Rumble, and I ticked Triple H off so bad that he made me go out #1 in the Royal Rumble, and I had to win the Royal Rumble, throw 12 people out, and I had 2 other objectives I had to do. And after 3 months of 2 to 3 hours a day not getting it, I said, F it. I said,
I would too.
I said, I'm done. Triple H, he literally played the game on me. I can tell you that right now. I hadn't touched it since. And I saw 2K19 and I got excited, and all I was thinking about was, it's how you play the game. And I was like, nope, I ain't playing that. Nope.
I try to not play too many games because I've always been a hardcore gamer. Like I was like back in the early 2004 when World of Warcraft was released.
Oh yeah.
I was playing, like, me and my wife, we were both playing it hardcore, rating 4 hours a night, 364 days a year.
Good God.
4 hours, if not more, when learning content. We were the 4th ranked guild in the world back in vanilla. Went downhill after that for drama and shit, but so does every factions there. But yeah, I mean, I've been hardcore at every freaking game I did, and after you got a kid, you don't have that much time to play anymore, and that was killing me to just half-ass playing a game.
I understand.
So I play a lot less games because it frustrates me when I can't
put the time in.
I can't play it like it's like Champion. I couldn't just like be a casual player. I'd get frustrated.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I gotta go the end content.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to do the hard stuff. I want to compete against the best. I want my roster to be worth something that, like, I'm not gonna kill 2 stars with it because it's gonna be useless for that.
Mm-hmm.
And every game I play, it's like that. I want to do everything there is to do in that game. And problem with PlayStation games is I don't have the time to put in for that. So it just frustrates me not to do it. Like Spider-Man, awesome freaking game. I'm 40% done, and I don't know when I'll be able to do the rest. And by the time I do, I'm gonna suck at it anymore because I forgot everything.
You forgot all the moves, all the moves, all the buttons. It's just like that commercial where that guy's trying to play that war game, and the guy's jumping up and down. He's saying, "You're hitting the wrong button, man." That's me.
Yeah, I'm just... Fallout is coming. That's definitely a game I'd go at it, but that's another major time sink.
Well,
and I know I'm gonna get the same frustration I did with the previous Fallout when I couldn't do everything I wanted to.
Yeah. Now, my sister actually got a invite to do the Fallout beta testing, and
nice.
Yeah, she got super stoked about it, but she has a 5-year-old, and she only had one night that she could actually go out and do it, and it had a 50 gigabyte upload. It got to 25% of the new 50 gig download, and there were so many people trying to use it, it crashed.
That sucks.
So needless to say, she's not going to play it. But whatever. We're going to keep moving on. It's neither here nor there. I'm going to go ahead and throw this one out. Z Brock or Z Naka?
Brock.
I am not familiar with Naka, so I have to say Brock.
I knew I could get y'all to agree.
You won't see him.
What you say?
Nakamura, the only well, he's not bad, but his main use is to go against submission guys.
Yeah.
He's going to be really annoying for the submission guys. But if you don't face a submission guy, you're going to get your ass ended to you.
Well,
how is he annoying against a submission guy? I'm not familiar.
I don't remember what the exact move said.
He throws...
Oh, no, I can't click it because I'm going to recruit him.
He throws... Oh, look at that. Humble brag right there. Nah, his one of his moves keeps adding frozen gems, I believe. Is it frozen? He freezes them. Ain't that one of his moves? And it breaks the sub gem. Trap gem, 2Bob29 says. Breaks the sub gems. There you go.
Oh. Okay.
Hashtag humble brag Guersan. Yeah.
He's pretty great against submission guys, but he's going to be a situational guy.
Yeah, okay, very niche.
You're going to want him anyway because we're going to need all those zombies again in a year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
now,
definitely.
Now, I know you didn't get... did you get a chance to see Tech Seth there, Davey boy?
I saw Guersan post a screenshot and the whole board was filled with 1 count gems. I was like, what is going on here?
That was like my fourth turn, I think, something like that.
Now, yeah, that dude was pretty sick. He takes forever apparently to G
Yeah,
because I wouldn't know because I'll get him in 2020. But Gersan's beard or mine?
Oh, I have to answer as Gerson. Obviously,
Yep,
he'll say
yep.
his beard.
Okay. All right. I was trying to trap you. I threw a trap gem out and you went right over it. Okay.
Oh.
So
Mine's 11 months in the making. Actually, it might be less. I'd have to look back at my videos from October or November.
well,
I think I started late November.
I think I started the last day, or I started October 29th. So mine's been just over a year. I've trimmed it twice for just the dead end purposes, but after you get and tell me if this is your case, after about the 5 month mark, it kind of gets easier to handle.
Yeah, definitely.
That 3 month period drives you crazy, and you want to
Yeah.
cut it, and
The,
you're just like,
the
no.
first 3 months, it's fine because mine is really, really curly.
Yeah.
It doesn't show now, but it really is. Like I look like a fucking poodle when I get up. but but yeah, the first 3 months were okay because it wasn't too big. Months 3 to 6 were a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I actually even used like my wife's curling iron to like decurl
No
it.
way.
So
Well, they make that new
was
mini.
like a wasted 5 minutes every day.
They make
But
that
after
mini
the
one.
6 month, after the 6 month, it's a breeze because you just use the air dryer, the blow dryer.
I know this
Oh,
sounds
okay.
bad, but I shake mine like a dog.
I don't. Mine is it stays pretty air, and I don't even need to put any product in it.
I hate you.
It's all with the blow dryer.
So that's the
Just,
key. Is
just
the
get
blow
out
dryer.
of the shower with the blow dryer and like a comb, and it stays like that. It like obviously if I get the rain or humidity, it's gonna fuck it up.
Yeah.
Like if it's raining, I'm gonna put some like beard balm. If
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
raining,
yeah.
just so I don't get screwed and look like shit when I'm out. But that's about it. No
Well-
other product than that.
Well, what would you consider to be more crap though? Diamond pulls or headliner chips?
Definitely have better odds with the diamond ones, mainly because you can pull the color you want.
Yeah, yeah. I looked up today. I felt like you and Davey were looking over me today because I was trying to do a video and I had 23K diamonds and I was like, I need one macho mask. I just need one macho. And on the fourth pull, I got it. And I said, good golly, thank you, G, and thank you, Davey. And
I got a love-hate relationship with those diamonds.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
like I got the first, I believe the order I got 3 in 4 attempts. I was freaking amazed. That was my first 4 pulls. I got like 3 and 4. I was like, this shit is awesome.
Yep, yep.
Then after those 4, I went 3 in 59, and I was
Oh
those
my
fuckers.
Yep. My
And
very
then-
first ones was
Then
15.
I was like, I stayed between 1 in 8 and 1 in 12 after that. So I average about 1 in 8 right now.
that's pitiful.
I guess it's fair.
Yeah, I mean it is a lot. It is a lot higher.
I like
odds
3
than
and
pulling
4
a mega.
better,
You-
but
you
I
get-
mean I don't really have to buy the diamonds. So I obviously bought some, but I don't feel I have to buy them as much as I thought I would have to.
yeah,
Just from the ones you get from milestones and from like different shit pulls I
Mhm.
do,
yeah,
and from the you get like I think we got 800 from the faction this weekend, the feud. So I mean, you still gather up quite a few like kind of free.
well, yeah. Well, depending on where you're at, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Making easier to gather than the headliners.
Oh yeah. Oh them. Yeah. Just like I can't get no headliners since I'm just a pansy with no 4-star. I'm just me. I love the gold apparently. Who cares about 4 stars? Apparently me. The next one I have is gonna be a toss up. I don't know which way this is going. Big Red or Calvin.
Who? Oh, you talking about Big Red Stew?
Big Red Stew or Calvino.
I think Gerson would say Calvin.
I never had any issue with Calvin. I always was on pretty good term with him.
He made a safe bet because he knows that the saying is gingers will steal your soul. So
For
that
the
was-
listeners that don't know, Big Red Stew is a redhead.
Yes, very redhead. He's a very redhead. He lives to his name. Shout out. But look, one more. I got one more, and I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna say to this, but I figured I'd put it in here. Grim or A&H?
A&H.
Well, I'm obviously in Grim now.
But you never know. You might still have a fondness for A&H.
I
Does it
like
still
that.
exist?
I like that. I like Davey almost sounded like your subconscious. That was pretty. That was pretty good. Because while you were saying, "Well, I'm in Grim," Davey was like, "But you might have a fondness," and I was like, "That sounds like
Well,
something a
the
subconscious
thought
would
behind
say."
A&H was great.
But Grim,
I'm
Grim right now,
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah.
definitely. Look, that
I love it.
dude, you need to go out for mayor for wherever you're at. You've got political answers down
I'm
pat.
telling you.
This
I'm
dude,
telling
you put this man in the middle of a courtroom and he's winning it. You know what I mean?
you. Yeah.
So
I am often being told that I have a word.
I mean that
That's probably why I never have any issues with anyone. I mean, even if you check my Twitter, I even have some trolls. Like I try usually to not engage trolls, but every now and then there's trolls that you can see there's actually
Yes.
there's thinking behind what they're saying, and it's not like talking to a wall.
yes.
And you can actually. I don't care that people agree or not with me, but if you want to try with me, well, at least you got to be able to talk with you.
Yeah.
If you can reason with anyone, I mean, I don't care whether people agree or not with me. Best conversations are with people that don't agree with you,
Yeah.
as long as you can have said conversation.
and not
Yeah,
go into a
yeah.
yelling match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So
and-
I've had great talks with people that started with troll posts and shit like that I just answered, and then they answered back, and a lot of those actually became viewers and like me now and actually talk to me on a regular basis now. And it started from people that just believe misconception
Yeah.
and other tinfoil hat theories out there.
now, David, did you ever have any problem with that? Trolls?
With trolls?
Trolls.
Occasionally on my streams, but YouTube filters it so that I can choose to show the message or not.
Oh,
And I just
sweet.
choose not to show it. So they're just there yelling by themselves, and I'm just interacting with everyone.
Well, hey, gee, Marcus Graham, he says, who do you think is going to be better, the Usos or Rikishi?
I haven't even had the time to check them.
What have
Like,
they sent you
I
something?
learned 30 minutes ago that Ricochet was in the game while we were doing this because I booted the game for the first time today.
And I don't feel bad.
I didn't
'cause-
get any preview footage or anything for them, so
Well, hey,
I mean the Uso looks kind of fun, but I haven't ran the numbers or anything.
and
But
I
they-
hadn't even
they-
seen it either. Big Red was telling me about it, and I was like, what? Freaking Rikishi's in the game? And I pull it up.
Like I just saw that there was an event in game, and the first thing that came to mind was fuck my sleep tonight.
Oh, he's pulling an all-nighter.
Because I said earlier I got content to do, and like I see there's a poll right now, and oh man, I don't want to spend money.
Ah!
My last credit card was so fucking nuts.
Well, the
It
good
was
part
my
about the
biggest
credit
I
card,
ever had.
the good part about the credit card is at least you get points back when you spend it, right?
1%.
Hey, they got
I
2% now. They've got 2%.
And I'm not kidding. This year, do you know how I finished paying my house? I used my credit card points.
What?
Wow.
What, dude?
I finished the last $2,000 on my house with my credit card points.
No,
that
tell me.
deserves a round of applause, my friend.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes,
I
sir.
agree.
That is good.
Were those points from Mega Pulse?
Oh,
yeah, I got a credit card
Oh,
just for the
Dave.
game.
No way.
dude.
No way.
Well, look, speaking of pools, I'm so glad you brought this up. The one thing that I cannot get out of my head, G-Man, is this one video you went on a tirade, man. You were sitting here, you were like, got all these freaking trolls over here saying that I don't have to pay for my stuff. I'm getting everything free. Just so you know,
That's my VIP video.
dude,
The one that I showed the VIP box.
yes.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
one of the rare times that I usually don't give a shit about trolls, but I probably wasn't in a good mood that day. That one really pissed me off.
Oh yeah. Oh, I could tell, dude. Like the hate on your face was almost as bad as when you did that 250 trick or treat pool and you got that one in-game cash. It was Davey. If you just see that face, if you go back and look at it, he has a face of just just like nobody get in front of me right now. I mean, it was so great. And I was sitting here and I was just dying. I said, G is going in on him. He was like, look at this. It does move. I have to spend this much money, you big dummies. I was like, oh, yeah.
You know, I think I don't remember the actual number, so I could be wrong, but I think I calculated that from VIP 11 to VIP 12 is over $10,000.
Oh
I
my
think that's
God.
right.
And
I
I'm
think that's
about
what you said.
2/3 in right now.
I think that's what you said. Yeah.
I'll probably be 12 somewhere, probably by the end of the year at this rate. I mean, just this month I spent 4,500. So
There needs to be a photo of your face on the wall at Scopely, like player of the year.
I,
like
you know,
that.
you know, I keep I keep joking about it when I talk to them. At Christmas party, I paid for it.
Oh my gosh. Well, this kind of transitions into like the last part I want to talk about to you real quick. You know, you don't have to say it if you don't want to. What's your everyday job? Like what do you usually do, G? Is it
I do tech support for cable TV, internet, phone service, cell phone service, video conference, pretty much everything telecom.
is it
It's-
is it a
it's-
specific
it's-
company or are
I
you
mean, I'm not a
contracted?
lawyer or a doctor or anything. I just have a way with money that I do with words.
Yeah. Well, you know, is it for a specific company or is it just contracted to different ones?
It's the equivalent of your US Comcast, but for here.
Ah, I got you.
It's the local biggest one here.
I know what Davey does for a living is he actually goes.
I've been doing it for 21 years. I'm at the end of the pay bracket. I've been capped for like 6 years.
Yeah, but you got in at a good time too, though. I mean, that's when it
Yeah, I
was
started
just
at
starting.
18 years old.
I
I mean,
mean,
I started
dude.
at 18 years old. I bought my house at 20 years old. And I'm 39 now. So
Wow.
That's
that's
insane.
why I have a lot of disposable income. I don't have anything to pay except food.
I'm
Yeah.
And I
jealous now.
obviously like buy a new car every 4 years.
Well,
He says pay for nothing but food. That's the dream right there.
heck yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
dude.
I don't have like the first thing that comes out of my bank account is the student account for my daughter. Like there's money that gets taken away
Yeah.
from my account every like 2 weeks for that, so that she can go and be a doctor if she want, and she won't have to pay a dime, whatever she want to do. I mean, obviously me and my wife were not good example because neither of us got any diploma or anything.
Yeah, but dude, like what you're doing for her is doing nothing but setting her up for success. Like,
Yeah, if she doesn't want to go to school, do anything long, and she want to do like a 1 year course like we did, oh fine, I'll get that money back.
yeah,
But
heck
if you want
yeah.
to be a doctor, you won't have to like sell a kidney for it.
Yeah, pay for it for the next 32 years.
So that's the first thing that goes out. I mean, after that is the car, and after that, well, we probably just need food. And I mean, we don't drink, we don't do drug. We do eat a lot of restaurant because we're both lazy, and neither of us can cook for shit.
It's
But,
not like you have
I
time
mean,
to
we
cook.
don't really have any expenses. Like she buys all the shit she wants in her game, and I buy all the shit I want in my games.
Oh, does she
Wait.
play Champions?
No, she don't. She
Candy Crush.
Fun fact: she can't stand wrestling. She can't stand YouTube.
You picked the
Opposites
two.
attract.
Yeah. Well, see, I think all G did was he found his little niche over there. He said, "You don't like that? You don't like this? I think I'm starting to like this, babe."
Give me a second. My kid is calling me up.
That's fine.
No problem.
Look,
no
Dave, I was just about to ask you. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people in here know you, but you know, what do you usually do during the day?
Well, now that I have a lot of free times from Champions, trying, like I said, to figure out expanding my YouTube in this retro gaming market. Prior to trying to be a gamer or a content creator, by profession, quote unquote profession, I am a visual artist, which means I can do painting, photography. A little bit of animation, a little bit of video, stuff like that. Anything art related, if I don't know how to do it and it intrigues me, I'll try to figure out how to do it.
The
So
jack
so
of all
for right now,
trades.
yeah. You know, there's this saying that a jack of all trades, but a master of none.
none. I was literally just about to type that in here. I
Yeah,
swear.
but fun fact, I just learned that that's not the whole quote. Is jack of all trades, a master of none, but better to be mediocre at a lot of things than suck at one. Something like that. I know I'm
that's
butchering it.
Yeah, that sounds close. I mean, heck, if that's not what it is, I believe it.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what I do during the day. I just try to figure out this YouTube thing, and then my creative inspiration comes in waves. Like one time I can go like months just doing like photography, and then I don't care for it, and then I switch to gaming, and then I switch to actually writing scripts. I wrote a movie script that I won a couple film festivals,
Oh,
and was
John.
trying to find a way. Yeah, I was trying to find a way to like get an agent and whatnot to pitch it, but the Hollywood scene is so cryptic. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you need what is it? You need an agent to get to a studio, but then you need a studio to get an agent. It's like a circular thing that doesn't
Yep.
make sense.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like I just gave up till I guess the vibe wants to hit me again at some time in the future.
Oh, yeah. No, I understand that. You know, G's back, so I've got to go ahead and ask, you know, the little lady that pops up in your vids every now and again, that's her daughter.
Yep.
That's your
Yep.
daughter. Do you have any
Yep.
more kids, or is it just her?
Nope, just her. We can't have another one. No, well, my wife had issues after this one, so she can't have kids anymore.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh. I
Okay.
feel like a douchebag for giggling now.
Yeah, me too.
You
I'm
know-
so
Well,
sorry.
she didn't want another one.
Oh, well,
it's
he's kind
not
of
a
making
deal
us feel
for-
he's kind of making us feel a little better, but then at the same time, like, yeah, y'all kind of, you know, don't laugh at that. And you know, Davey, what about you, Davey?
Yeah.
You got
She,
any?
she was pretty happy about it though. She doesn't have to have periods anymore, so she's happy about that.
I'm sure you're happy about that.
Well, I didn't see much change there.
Oh, I don't even know if
that
that'd
was
be
my initial thought.
I don't know if that'd be a humble brag or a humble stab. I don't know. That was. Hey, what about you, Dave? You got any?
Team no kids. Me and my wife are on the same page. No kids.
Not yet.
No, none ever, 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 ever.
My dad taught me a very valuable lesson when I was young, Davey. He said, son, if you're ever with a woman and you say you're not going to do it, more than likely it's going to happen.
So, are you saying I should possibly say that I'm going to have kids and then it won't happen?
Maybe. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting
You
you
trying
know.
to set me up?
No, I'm not.
You
Am
trying
I?
to?
Am I? I mean, look at how much fun G's having. Going to karate class.
That's one of the reasons so that we could have a kid, because my wife was working full time on my business as well. I eventually ended up buying the whole thing. Like I owned 100%. Like I started as a customer. I started making stuff. As I made the first website for the company. Then I bought 50% of it, and I wanted to do things my way. I bought the other 50%. My wife came in and worked 100% on it. That was her only job.
Wow.
And then we sold the business, and she went back to her line of work. And the main reason for selling it is because we were doing. I was doing the same thing I'm doing right now. I was doing it 24 hours a day.
Mhm.
I was answering people. I wake up at night to go pee, and I'm gonna answer my messages before I go back to sleep. I don't know if it's the fact that I've worked 21 years in support, or just the fact that I got a little bit of OCD, or I'm a perfectionist,
Right.
or whatever.
Mhm.
If I see a message, I can't not answer it. Like it's gonna burn me. I gotta answer.
Even if you know it's a troll.
Well, some of the trolls are not worth the answer, but I do answer quite a few of them.
Eh.
Like I don't go on, like I don't answer on Reddit, because I know it's gonna be a flame fest. Whatever I
Oh
post
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
Every time I try to do something there, I just get the trolls going on me. Facebook, 50-50. Twitter usually is fine.
Well,
So I try to do mainly Twitter.
oh yeah. Well, and it's kind of like Davey said with his YouTube stuff. You can usually kind of filter that a little bit anyway
Yeah.
to your liking. Luckily, I don't have to worry about that because I'm just a redneck down south who they just look at and says, "Oh my God, he looks like Braun Strowman, but a foot and a half shorter." That's it. You know what I mean? So I don't have to worry about that. They just look at me and say, that's what I thought. So, look, after this, you said now, okay, all right, hold on, let me back up. Me and Davey, you know, we're both the Carolina guys. You said you were up in Canada, right?
Yeah,
Or
I'm in Quebec.
you're in Quebec.
Like I'm 10 minutes from Montreal.
So hockey?
Yeah. I got it on the TV beside me right now.
Who's the fave, man?
It's the Habs, Montreal Canadiens.
The Canadians. The Canadians.
One of the most recognized sport insignia in the world.
Yep. No, yeah. That's right. Hey, Davey.
Yo,
You think they ready for them Carolina Hurricanes though, boy?
I keep trying to tell you I don't watch sports.
I know. I'm just waiting for you to chime in
I
and
didn't
be
even,
like,
I didn't
yeah,
even
man.
know.
I'm waiting for
I
you to be
just
like,
got here,
yeah.
but I didn't even know that we had a hockey team, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, man.
Well,
Davey, just follow me, man.
you do, but you don't.
Yeah, no. Look, I told I told a guy that came into our hardware store. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to the hockey game tonight." I said, "A hockey game?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Who has a hockey team?" He said, "We do. The Carolina Hurricanes." I said, "Man, they're so bad they ought to be called the North Carolina Tropical Depressions." I said, "There ain't no hurricane about them." I was like, "They are garbage." He was like, "Oh, come on, man." I said, "Yeah, it is."
Well,
Don't.
their main issue is that they stay on the lower end of the salary cap.
Yep.
That doesn't help.
Yeah, probably the best thing they could do is honestly move out. I mean, really, it's not that big of a market, and it's not a brand name, kind of like what you were saying with the Canadians. Since this is the end of like our whole little segment, I do have to ask both of y'all something. One, I want to start off with Davey. You know, you put up a poll asking should I come back to WWE Champions. You know, like what is that looking like so far? Good, bad?
A lot of people want me to come back, but my whole conniption is like I love my free time. It's like so much to do without having to worry about doing dailies, VIP tour, doing verses, and then month-long events. It's like I can actually read, I can actually watch a movie. It's like before there was so much of my time that was invested in champions. I think it would be easier for me to come back if there was like a VIP auction that did like, you know, collected all your verses, all your dailies, all your whatever, and I only had to focus on like tours and special events. Like I could do that, but I don't know, man. I love entertaining the fans, and they've been saying like they miss like the entertainment factor. So I don't know. I'm kind of half and half. I don't really know which way I'm going to go yet.
G, do you have any advice for him coming from a mega pool god? God, not
Spoiler alert, I got Naomi now.
what? Hold on.
Dang!
What? Wait.
I just bought her.
Oh, is it out?
Oh,
You got
okay.
It was enough for her to buy her.
you got an Android? You got an Android?
Yeah.
Well, mother freaker, I got to check that out then.
Yeah, they had like a $25. You could get her at 2-star with a whole bunch of shit. I didn't really read it, everything that came with it. I just saw Naomi. I went, oh, okay.
The Jumpstart pack?
Yeah, and I just messaged Eric telling him I hate him because there's new fucking pulls that I can do, and I wanted to stop spending, and
He
now they're
loves it.
putting all these
He
shit
knows.
in game.
He knows. He loves it. He loves you. Just remember that. And
You know, he actually doesn't like that I get shit pulls.
He what?
I don't think any of them do.
oh, they don't like it when you get the bad pulls.
Well, it makes them look like shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, got
Yeah.
it.
And I mean, I pay for those freaking pulls, so you bet I'm gonna put them on YouTube and make that back.
Doggone
Exactly,
right.
yeah.
Hey, but you,
That pull is costing me $130. You bet I want that $1 from the view I'm gonna get over months.
heck yeah. That 15
At least
cent
it's
a
gonna
day.
cost $29 with that $1.
Well, hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, look. Let me ask you something. When you were talking about that, G, do you feel like the month long stuff is going pretty good? Like, do you like how the whole month long events is kind of flowing, or is it?
I love the month-long events because you get a lot of stuff from them. I mean, I know people really, the general feeling is that people hated the zombies.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to agree that it was not the most fun event, but I got 6 guys during that month.
Holy crap!
All zombies?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, duh. The zombie
Yeah,
event.
obviously, like Seth, I paid money for. He ended up costing me what, $700, I think, something like that.
Cause you got him out
But
of a shard
all the
fuse,
others I
right?
didn't pay for.
You got him out of a shard fuse, right, Tech Seth?
Yeah, that's why I love the shards. I love the shards for these kind of pool. I don't like the shard for everything else, like the logbox and the crates and keys and shit. But
Yeah.
for pulls like Ronda, Set, I love those because it basically puts a cap on how much you're gonna spend to try to get a guy. You're pretty much guaranteed. Like everyone I talk to, I don't know anyone that spent over $800 to get a guy, and I know a lot of guys that spent over 2,000 trying to get a guy that they still don't have.
You know,
Wow.
I didn't even think about it like that.
I spent over 3,000 trying to get Seth Rollins the Undisputed Future, 32 pulls. Like, for me, it's $130 every time.
Holy crap!
Yeah, in the US, that's 3,200.
Oh my
just trying to get it.
gosh, that is
That's-
ridiculous.
So that's never gonna happen to me again because now it caps at around max 800, and obviously I'm not gonna go that far for every guy either.
well,
Right.
I didn't go for Charlotte like Zombie Charlotte. I tried 2 times and I said fuck.
Yeah, no, I
But
understand
Ronda,
that.
I wanted to was the best female, so there's no way I wasn't gonna get it. And Seth, you just can't lose a match with him. I'm probably never gonna use it for like feud and things like that because everyone on my team is gonna hate me because they're gonna wait after me.
Yeah.
But if there's like a tour or whatever that you can use whoever you want and the fight is fucking hard, well, I can't lose with him. I'm gonna complete it with
You
him.
really can't. Like, I mean,
So
Davey,
I mean,
he's the closest thing.
he's really slow, but it's a really different mechanic, and he's really
So
fun to
effective.
play with.
He's so effective. It's sickening how effective he is. Davey, he's
So,
the
I mean-
closest thing to Jesus on earth.
I'm not gonna go all out for all guys anyway. I mean, there's some point where I won't be able to afford getting all out. Like I said, this month I spent like close to $4,500. Can't do that every month.
Nah.
Right.
I mean, not unless you get about 15 or 20 more million YouTube subscribers.
Yeah, I need a shitload of that.
I mean, for real, that would literally be the only way you could keep that pace up, man. That
Yeah,
is,
well, I couldn't do it 2 months in a row either. So
well, hey, look,
that was a special one.
Davey, we might not hear from.
That's because on the same credit card bill I got Ronda, I got AXA, and I got Seth.
Well,
So
we
those
might not.
three were about $800 each, plus all the other stuff I bought and the other random pools and shit and tokens, and
Well,
it kind of adds up.
We
But
might
I
not
saw-
hear from you again if you did a full solid month like that, because that'd be 2 hours of sleep a night.
Yeah.
My last question before I get done, since this is wrapping up, y'all y'all thinking about coming over to the Uselessness faction, whether for moral support or just to build another empire?
I'm retired, so you gotta ask him that.
It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. You know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So I figured I would just go ahead and throw that out there. It's cool.
You know, they keep saying that in hockey,
Keep saying what?
that you miss 100% of the shot you don't
That's
take.
right, exactly. And I also want to point out, you know, you said it took you 32 of those pulls to get undisputed Seth.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out a humble brag to Towns that said, sorry, I got him the second pull.
Wow.
Well, the funny thing is, I pulled him 3 times in.
And that's how it goes every
Twice
time.
as a 3 times the 3 silver, and I got him as my from the D9 event. I got him as my full 4. So it's pretty fitting that he's my only full 4-star right now, and my only 4-star silver also.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to make sure I'm going to get back to you when I do have my first 4-star. I'm hoping these 5 capotes, or I don't even know how the heck you want to say it. Is it capotes? Capotes? Capotes?
I just say capes.
Capes. What?
Easy.
Hey, Big Red, stick it. How's my tough? Screw you. Okay, sorry. When I get my first 4-star, I'm gonna holler at you. Granted, I might be 1/16 where you are, but I'm coming. I'm coming fast.
You don't need all that many. You can use one and with one guy.
Well, but it always helps to have an assortment, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you can agree. It makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
Granted,
And the good thing with 4-star is that you don't need a 4-star silver. You can take on a silver with a bronze without any issue, unless the board really fucks you up. But
yeah.
I mean, you're gonna get the same issue with a silver against a silver, but you don't really have a problem with a bronze going against a silver.
Well-
So it's I mean, that's why I only have one silver, and I try to make different bronze so that I have like more roster if there's like more difficult choices for feuds and things like that. I have like more choices. I don't really need that many 4-star silvers. I might do like a striker, because I do have quite a few striker token, but other than that, I don't plan on getting any other striker any other silver anytime soon.
Well, I want to say I really greatly appreciate you coming up here in the DVO podcast and actually spending time grinding it in a little bit. I really want to thank Davey too, man. Like, y'all two, if there's any 2 people to look up to, I'm telling you, it's the Vince and Shane McMahon of WWE Champions. And it's you 2 guys, like, for real. Y'all have innovated this stuff on YouTube, stuff in and out. Davey says he's retiring. It's whatever. Even Sting came out of retirement. Tell him, G. Tell him that. And there's it's just like they say in Dumb and Dumber. So you're telling me there's a chance? Okay. I just want to say again, thanks, Gers. I really appreciate everything, man. Super cool of you, Davey. I appreciate it. I want to let everybody know we're going to continue the Uselessness Meet series series. We're going to have more Grim Creeper fam, the Booty family, Wolfpack family. We're going to have a whole lot more, and there's also going to be a special guest or two coming very soon. It's going to be revealed in the announcements, so y'all just keep a lookout. Again, Davey D, Guersan, always a pleasure. I can finally die a happy man.
God, good to know.
The two icons of the game. Honor and a privilege as always, brothers. Greatly appreciated. If you want to be a part of the Uselessness Meat series, get in touch with Big Red Stew. Capital B, Big Red Stew. All one word, 85. Go ahead and use the # as I know it, or some of you youngsters, the hashtag 2782 on Discord. We can set everything up. Until then, y'all, it's your boy, Jarv Nation, with Sound It Off, Davey.
I don't know what to say.
David boy. David boy. I got it. Don't worry.
David boy.
There you go. G, you want to have a little sound off real quick?
I don't really have, like, mine is always,
Always silence?
yeah, just like, I have my usual quitting, like, I always finish, like, something G out or something like that. Ciao, G out, yeah.
Ciao, G out. Y'all heard
You
him.
see, you guys know it better than I do.
Holy
Like,
crap. That came
I'm
up
so
real
used on
quick.
the way I'm doing it. The fact that I'm not that way right now, I can't even find the word I'm normally using because I'm not doing it the pattern that I usually do.
Hey, look, good luck after this, man. I know you got that other meeting with
Yeah.
Ivanka
For that
and
one, I
Donald.
actually got to put a shirt on because there's going to be video.
Oh, just go shirtless, man. Bump it. We're trying to get them views for you, dog.
I'll get those donation back.
That's right. Hey, nips for tips. That's what I always say. No, I say tips for nips. Oop, you caught me. Tips for nips. Hey, appreciate it, guys. Hope y'all have a great night.
To use again the name, the G spots.
Oh, Lord. Later, G era. Thanks, Gers. See you, Davey.
Thanks,
Adios.
guys.